Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system, the little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gonna take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance to make a goal line stand, get some momentum back, get the ball back to your offense.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And the point after is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Touch pass on the run. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The give to the tailback. but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. A little screen to the running back. What a cut! Now he's loose. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Texas A&M going up tempo. The give to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play, and let's see if it stands.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And right down the middle. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's loose. Can anyone catch him? The 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Mark Chunk Jayhawk. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Texas A&M going quickly. Now on the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Might as well give it to him again.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Pope. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And the Jayhawks look to keep this drive humming. The give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Got him, and nobody's close. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Kansas. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score, Kansas 21, Texas A&M 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They're working that left side. Touchdown, Aggies! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Forced out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Pope. Coming after him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it, or in this case, way too much on it, and overthrow the speedster.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 7 over FIU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's looking for a man on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He'll field the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely.
First and 10.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Power football with the run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Back to throw, it's Pope. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Twist his way through. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
He'll toss it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll ride his man on the option. Gets it past the marker. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggies!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw, it's Pope. He's going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Jayhawks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Just about set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right?
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throws into the middle of the field. It's complete. A huge pickup. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off play action. Looking to scramble. Sails one into the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Pope. Uncorks it. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Going up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the right. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Jayhawks will kick it off to start the second half. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The give on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Looking for a productive play on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
To the air, it's Pope. Looking to scramble. Wide open downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Looking to pass on second down. Buys a little time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets him.
Touchdown, Mark Chuck Jayhawk! And that one will give him the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
35. Returner goes out of bounds.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Looking to throw on second down. And he'll just get rid of that one.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Quickly to the tight end. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through to the action.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
dances away from the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Taking it the other way. The tag. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over Old Dominion. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
Sends it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
How great is it to have a running back? You can basically run your entire route tree. You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. He'll throw it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. He had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Aggies. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The run from the shotgun. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Dumps it to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Back to throw, it's Pope. Right down the middle. Rolls it in. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points to get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Jayhawks in the hurry up. On second down, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Back to pass, it's Pope. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've
gonna let it fly. Makes the catch on the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looks as if he's going to run it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The option look. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Reno. They're trailing by just 4 to Hawaii. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the first down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Still on his feet at the 45. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
To the air, it's Pope. He'll take a shot. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Hands it off. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Jayhawks are in the hurry-up. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Leaves it with the back. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The 12th play of this drive, the defense trying to dig in on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
Picks up 3. Brings up.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with what